Welcome back to my YouTube channel, LC Coins World. Today we explore the history, the design, and the collector value of the 1900 Morgan dollar, a coin that is far more than just silver. It is a time capsule from an era of change, growth, and industrial ambition in American history. The Morgan dollar series began in 1878 and was named after its designer George T. Morgan, an English engraver who joined the United States Mint and introduced one of the most iconic designs in American numismatics. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap adorned with wheat and cotton, symbols of agriculture and unity in the United States. The reverse displays a proud eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and an olive branch signifying a balance between peace and strength. Above the eagle, the phrase "In God We Trust" is boldly inscribed, reflecting the national motto of the time. Minted in New Orleans, as indicated by the O mint mark, the 1900 Morgan dollar carries the legacy of a Southern mint facility that operated during one of the most dynamic periods in United States history. The New Orleans Mint was originally established in 1838 and played a vital role in producing coinage for a growing nation, especially in the years following the Civil War. By 1900, the Mint was one of the major producers of Morgan dollars, helping to meet the demand generated by the Bland-Allison Act and the Sherman Silver Purchase Act, both of which were government initiatives aimed at supporting the silver mining industry and increasing the amount of silver coinage in circulation. The 1900 Morgan dollar was struck using the traditional 900 silver and .10 copper alloy, giving it a net weight of 0.7734 for troy ounces of silver, with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a reeded edge. The coin was both a practical medium of exchange and a beautiful representation of the American spirit during the turn of the century. The year 1900 was a transitional moment in American society. The United States was emerging as a global industrial power with major advances in transportation, communication, and manufacturing, while the Morgan dollar itself was not widely used in everyday transactions due to its large size and weight. It played a significant role in bank reserves and silver policy and remained a favorite of silver advocates and Western miners who saw it as a symbol of economic opportunity. The 1900 Morgan dollar exists today in many conditions, ranging from well-circulated to uncirculated examples. But what makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors and investors is the presence of several notable varieties. One of the most famous is the 1900 over CC variety, where the remnants of the Carson City mint mark can be seen beneath the New Orleans O. This happened when mint dies originally intended for Carson City were repurposed for use in New Orleans after the closure of the Carson City Mint in 1893. This over mint mark variety is highly prized among collectors and commands a premium, depending on the clarity of the underlying CC mint mark. In high grades such as MS63 or higher, the 1900 Morgan dollar is valued for its strong strike and luster, especially in coins graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. Many of these coins were stored in treasury vaults and were later released in the 1960s during the GSA sales, making them available in mint state condition for modern collectors. But even among mint state coins, there is variation based on strike quality, eye appeal, and die condition, and coins with proof-like or deep mirror proof-like surfaces are especially sought after because of their dramatic reflectivity and contrast. To understand the full value of the 1900 Morgan dollar, we must also look at the broader context of silver dollar collecting, which saw revival in the mid-20th century with the rise of coin clubs and auctions, collectors began to appreciate the artistry, history, and relative scarcity of certain dates and mints, and the Morgan Dollar series became the cornerstone of many collections. The New Orleans issues in particular have a charm because of their southern origin and the colorful local history of the New Orleans Mint. From Civil War occupation to its role in the coinage of millions of Morgan dollars. Beyond just its monetary value, the 1900 Morgan dollar tells the story of a nation entering a new century with confidence, innovation, and a deep sense of identity through its design, materials, and minting history. It reflects the complexity of an America on the rise and the enduring legacy of silver coinage in the minds of collectors. The coin also offers lessons in grading, authentication, and market trends, as it is frequently counterfeited or altered, especially in the case of the over-cc variety. Experienced collectors rely on magnification, weight testing, dye diagnostics, and certification to ensure authenticity and protect the value of their investment. In this video we will take you through the full journey of the 1900 Morgan dollar, from its historical origins to its modern value. We will explore its minting process, the life and contributions of George T. Morgan, the economics of silver policy at the time, and the modern grading systems that help us understand a coin's true market worth. We will also cover the GSA holder collector community, and how to identify the key features of valuable specimens. By the end of this video you will have a deep understanding of why the 1900 Morgan dollar remains a timeless classic in American numismatic. The rich history of coins from around the world. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and historically significant coins in American numismatics, the 1881 Morgan silver dollar. This coin is a true piece of history, representing a crucial period in the United States' economic and monetary evolution. Over the next 2 hours, we will cover every aspect of this incredible coin, from its origins and design to its production, circulation, and numismatic value. We will also discuss its role in the broader economic and political context of the late 19th century, the significance of silver in American coinage, and the lasting legacy of the Morgan dollar series. The Morgan silver dollar was first introduced in 1878, following the passage of the Bland-Allison Act. This legislation required the U.S. Treasury to purchase large quantities of silver and mint them into silver dollars. The act was a response to the economic pressures of the time, particularly the struggles faced by silver miners in the western United States. The Coinage Act of 1873 had effectively ended the free coinage of silver, causing silver prices to plummet and leading to what was known as the Crime of 1873. The Bland-Allison Act sought to remedy this by reinstating the silver dollar as a standard coin. The design of the new silver dollar was assigned to George T. Morgan, an assistant engraver at the U.S. Mint. His design replaced the previous seated Liberty dollar, which had been in circulation for decades. The new coin featured a fresh, modernized image of Lady Liberty on the obverse and a powerful American bald eagle on the reverse. The Morgan dollar became one of the most iconic coins in American history, and its production continued until 1904, with a brief return in 1981. The year 1881 was significant for the Morgan silver dollar series. By this time, the coin had already been in production for a few years, and the U.S. Mint had fine-tuned the striking process to produce consistently high-quality coins. Morgan dollars were minted in 5 different locations in 1881. Each mint had its own production figures, and some versions of the 1881 Morgan dollar are rarer than others. The Carson City Mint, for example, produced fewer coins, making the 1881cc Morgan dollar highly desirable among collectors. George T. Morgan's design for the silver dollar was revolutionary in many ways. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Lady Liberty, modeled after Anna Willis Williams, a Philadelphia schoolteacher. Morgan wanted to depict liberty as an American woman rather than using the traditional Greco-Roman representation. The design includes the word liberty inscribed on her headband, with 13 stars surrounding her, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. Above her head, the phrase is prominently displayed, reinforcing the unity of the nation. The date 1881 appears at the bottom. The reverse of the coin features a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. This imagery symbolizes both peace and military strength. A wreath encircles the eagle, and the phrase United States of America is inscribed above, along with $1 at the bottom. The powerful motto "In God We Trust" is placed above the eagle's head in elegant script. The 1881 Morgan silver dollar was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a total weight of 26.73 grams. It has a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a reeded edge. The high silver content contributed to its intrinsic value, making it a desirable coin not only for circulation, but also for holding and collecting. By 1881, the Morgan dollar was a key component of American commerce, particularly in the western states, where silver mining was a major industry. However, the coin was not widely circulated in the eastern United States, where paper currency and smaller denominations were more commonly used. Many Morgan dollars were stored in treasury vaults, only to be released into circulation decades later. This phenomenon contributed to the survival of high-grade examples, making some uncirculated Morgan dollars available to collectors even today. The silver used in Morgan dollars came largely from the booming silver mines of Nevada, particularly the famous Comstock Lode. The mining industry played a critical role in shaping U.S. monetary policy, as silver interests lobbied for continued coinage of silver dollars. This political battle over silver, often referred to as the Free Silver Movement, would continue for decades, culminating in major debates. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the 1881 Morgan dollar is highly sought after by numismatists, with certain mint-marked versions commanding significant premiums. The 1881 Morgan dollar is particularly rare and valuable due to its low mintage. High-grade examples in mint state condition can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Other versions, such as the 1881. Thank you for watching LC Coins World. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1881 Morgan silver dollar, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on rare and historical coins. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we will explore another fascinating piece of numismatic history. See you next time.